peeps, Mr. Bones back at you, and it's once again Wild Eye Wednesday, and we're going to talk about Amityville Vampire. From acclaimed comic book illustrator Tim Vigil, Faust, Love of the Damned, comes a new tale of blood-soaked lust. Utterly unaware that the eerily vacant house is imbued with the demonic force behind the brutal DeFeo murders on 112 Ocean Avenue, an unsuspecting cleaning crew gets to work. However, before long, the long-dormant Amityville curse spreads death in the room, and an ancient evil escapes into the nearby forest. Now any unfortunate souls who wander into the woods fall prey to something wicked, an evil that is thirsty for human blood. No one can escape the fangs of the abominable Amityville curse. The directorial debut of legendary horror comic book artist Tim Vigil. False Love of the Damned, Morella, Zero Tolerance. This Wild Eye has reversible art like it's a screen factory. I reversed it for you. Their thirst is the curse. This is directed by Tim Vigil, written by Carlos Perez and Tim Vigil. It stars Jen and Tonic, Miranda Malhado, and Anthony Dears. And basically, well, they at least try to tie this into the original, as it starts off at the Amityville house with a cleaning crew to clean up after the DeFeo murders. And this girl's upstairs cleaning, and blood drips off the ceiling, hits her, and turns her into a vampire. And she goes downstairs and devours the rest of the cleaning crew, and then leaves. And as it says, she lurks around in the nearby forest and kills anyone that comes by, I guess. And then randomly you have a scene with this jackass that has this girl on like his heel, kind of like a lookout point or something. And starts off like gently kissing her forehead and just trying to get in, trying to act sweet and nice. And how's that? Was that sweet? Did you like that? Oh, how about this? And then kisses her a little deeper, more serious kiss. And then she puts it away, and then he turns into a jackass real quick. Why'd you come up here for then if you didn't want to do it? And you're just a tease and whatever. Takes off and leaves her, and takes off in the car and says, no action, no traction. And she gets killed by this monster here, vampire. And then the movie starts, and you meet Johnny the Jet or something like that. They keep calling him. He's a former DJ. And then it turns into like a wraparound anthology. He starts telling all these stories to his girlfriend. And the first story is Lilith A. Thanos. She is the owner and boss of this high-rise company, and she meets this other blonde girl who is I forget what you call it. She has no family. She grew up in an orphanage, and she's an adult now. But yeah, she has no family, so that's what usually villains and bad guys look for, is people that have no one that will be looking for them. And she invites her to her cabin for Thanksgiving dinner because neither of them have any family. Turns out she was leading her there to be kidnapped by this person that associated with her to tie her up, splice her throat, and drink her blood. Then the next story is about some guy who had lost his daughter years ago, and his wife is really sick, and these women show up to the door offering to save her and bring her back to her normal self, which are vampires. And one of the girls is his dead daughter, who talks him into letting the vampire in to save the wife, and then they all devour her. And then the last story is not really him telling a story, it's him and his fiance sitting, they're at their campsite, and you meet these douchebag rapists who take a mattress and a girl out of their van who they have tied up and are planning on doing, what they plan on doing, but they're fucking with her and keeps cutting her with a knife and stuff and acting stupid and evil, and she just keeps laughing, and because eventually when they untie her, she turns into a vampire and kills him. And then there's one part here, midpoint toward the end, I didn't care for, which is the crew of assholes. There's three of them. The one main Mexican guy stays with the one that they have, and the other two walk off to make sure no one's around. And they find Johnny the Jet, and while he's taking a piss, and slit his throat, and then they go find his girlfriend and jump in the tent where she's at and have their way with her. I could have done without that scene. And then as she got away after they're done being dumbasses, she running through the woods, and then all the other characters throughout the movie show up, which makes it like a wraparound anthology. And the acting was decent, but you could tell the movie was low budget. But I didn't hate their acting. It might have had something to do with the way it was filmed, I don't know. And the blood, the effects artists, I don't know, it's like they took shifts, like there were different effects artists on different days, because sometimes the blood looked good, and then sometimes it looked like cough syrup and different, like paint and shit. I don't know, but if you can get past that, which I didn't pay much attention to it, and the other part I mentioned not liking, it was a decent little movie. Especially like that they did that part at the beginning to attach it, to actually try to attach it to the original Amityville name, having the Amityville house in it. And yeah, that's what I watched. If it sounds interesting to you, I mean, I'm not going to give it a full-blown recommendation, but I didn't mind it. It was a decent little watch. So if it sounds interesting to you, check it out. That's what I watched. Peace.